Hello, franchise friends. I'm Simon and I'm your guest host today for Franchising Brand Stories.
And I'm Lisa Stead. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Stagecoach Performing Arts.
Fantastic. Lisa, thank you very much indeed for joining us. This may be a stupid question, but I mean, take it as you see it. But
Right.
what is Stagecoach? What do you do at Stagecoach?
So Stagecoach is not the bus company, despite anybody calling in and saying, my bus hasn't arrived, where is it, to our customer service in head office. It is Stagecoach Performing Arts. It provides an hour of singing, an hour of dancing, an hour of drama outside of mainstream school. So it's an extracurricular activity for children 4 through to 18. And the primary focus of what we do is creative courage for life. So whilst it does give them skills in how to act, how to sing, how to dance, the real focus is the life skills that can give a child in confidence, and in self-assurance and self-awareness and building friendships. And so the benefit that has outside of just being on a stage.
Yeah, no, I feel a bit stupid asking that question because as a parent, I mean, Stagecoach has always been one of those staple brands, hasn't it? You know,
Yeah,
kids get to an age and everybody's talking about Stagecoach and performing arts and theatre and drama. And I think the fact that you allow children to really express themselves is absolutely superb. Where are you at today in terms of UK franchise? I know you're a global brand. I mean, Stagecoach is a global brand.
Yeah.
I mean, our audience primarily here are people that are looking to maybe start their own business in the UK. So where are you at today in terms of the UK?
So in terms of the UK, we've got about 276 territories that are open and running. We have about 10 to 15% of the UK that is still available. But that we appreciate that's actually quite a small amount of the UK, given how franchising works. And there are certain areas sort of slap bang in the middle of the Pennines or whatever that's not maybe as good for selling performing arts to children because there's just a lot of sheep and hills. So we are limited, I think, on some of the territories that we've got available, but we've still got some great areas available to sell it into. We have 350 territories globally. So the global expansion is something that is very much high on our priority list, but ensuring that in doing that, we don't forget that the UK is where we started.
Yes.
Over 35 years ago now, I think 37 maybe.
And again, I will be asking the same question as well. Look, I'm interested. You know, I've heard Lisa on Franchising Brand Stories. I'm really interested in finding out a bit more about it. What can they expect? What would their journey look like in that sort of discovery process?
So just like for our actually for all of our franchisees training and support, it's very personalized. So we do an initial call. We have a team that handles that. Either Beth or Ashley would be there on the end of the phone. Okay, you're interested, pick up the phone, ping an email. You can even text us. You know, we try to be as accessible as possible for the way that people want to communicate. And we will just have that initial call that says, okay, ask your questions. And then we get them to book into a discovery call. And that discovery call is one-to-one. So you get to hear the answer to your questions. We go through a standard presentation so everyone gets the same information. But for some people, it's more important to know what business support they're going to get because, hey, I've been a drama teacher for 25 years. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
Or I've worked in a school as a head teacher. So I've got that bit down, but actually I've never run a business and that's what I need help with. And others may have been running a business or worked in a corporate background. And actually their bit is, I've never worked with children before. I know I'm really passionate about seeing them grow and develop, but I don't know how to do that. So we do tailor that prospect journey to what the prospect needs. Whilst a chance to speak to other franchisees, they can speak to anybody they like. They can just, you know, you can see who our franchisees are. You pick up, you know, look online, you can see them. They can speak to anybody, but we will actually put them in touch with people. We let them go and do a school visit so they can see exactly what they're buying. What would their Saturday look like if they had a Saturday morning school and a Saturday afternoon school with 3 teachers in the morning and 3 teachers in the afternoon? What is that like? What's that going to be? And they shadow that principal. We also take them through a business plan. So we give them the very bare bones of, hey, if you're crafting a business plan for the first time, this is what it should contain.
Yeah.
And then we do invest quite a lot of time and energy with that person and taking them through it. Because if you've never written a business plan before in your life, that's scary. And for some of the guys coming in, they're also doing that business plan so they can get financing. So it's really important that certain things are in there, and it's not just sort of a vision board of what you might like to achieve. You've got to have some actuals in there as well.
I mean, are there any real life-changing stories that you've come across that really stick out in your mind that you'd like to share with us?
Yes. So I think I can probably give you a story for each of those, for the children, for the parents, and for the franchisee. And the most recent one is for the children. So at Christmas, I get to see lots of shows. It makes me very happy. But this one particular teacher had shared with me prior that they had a young girl in their class that was nonverbal and had been for 6 years. So she's been with Stagecoach for 6 years, nonverbal. And they'd done an end of year show, and they always do their end of year shows at Christmas. Some of them do them in June, but this particular principal does hers at Christmas, and always a Christmas theme. And in the first year, the child didn't even leave her parents' side. They sat in the audience. They didn't want to get on the stage. And bit by bit over the last 6 years, that child's moved a little bit closer to the stage, was sat on the side of the stage. Last year, had stood on stage and done a little dance routine with the rest of her class. And then this year, they gave her a line, and she'd started to be more verbal in classes and say certain phrases or certain things, but still not Little Miss Chatterbox, still not sort of engaging generally in conversation. Engaging with the classes, yes, but not with conversation. And was obviously very, very happy there. And they had a line for her in this Christmas production. And they were like, she's not really said it in rehearsals or anything like that. Came to the show on stage, this little girl just stepped forward, said her line, clear as a bell. Most of the audience had seen that little girl's journey because they've been parents, had been there for a long time as well. I looked around, I don't think I saw a single dry eye in the audience, because what a monumental thing for that girl to feel so safe and so confident. And they just nurtured her there. And yeah, it took 6 years to get one line out on stage, but it was just the most beautiful thing to witness.